Not much of a background, but hey, it is what it is. I wanted to go live, kind of read off what I'm going through right now. If anybody really cares, but this is my life. I'm hoping it doesn't happen to anybody else. I trimmed a little bit. My wife likes me a little bit more trimmed off. Not looking like a crazy person, I guess. Not as bad. I don't know. But anyway, I wanted to read off my statements that I had recently gave to the Orange Police Department, and trying to find out what's going on with the charges that I want to file against the nurses who stole the vehicle keys from us. A lot of people don't know laws. I don't know the law of it, but I'm a repo company, or was. DBA Rottweiler Recovery. It's right there. Been in business for 14 years. Never had an assault or injury. I've been probably assaulted, but I didn't never file any charges. I never really been assaulted. But one woman, she hit me, like a bulldozer thing. But anyway, what I'm trying to get at is that apparently there's two types of laws. I posted a video earlier last night. I was trying to go talk to the chief of police because I didn't talk to the detectives, and I had I guess a bad video. Whenever I made the report, you just see a snidbit of it where I was talking to the. It had to be Officer Lovelace, Loveladies. That was actually him. But I actually took time and listened to my thing, but I wish I had a better video of that, but I don't. My camera was messed up. But anyway, what I'm trying to get is that people don't know the law. So if you lend somebody your vehicle keys in the state of Texas, I don't know if it's anywhere else, but in the state of Texas, if you loan somebody your vehicle keys or give them to them for permission to go to the store or wherever, legally you just gave them your vehicle. So if they don't want to return it, they don't have to return it. It's all really a civil matter up to that point, because you can call the cops, say, hey, I lent so-and-so the vehicle. He won't bring it back. Well, they're going to tell you exactly what I'm going to tell you. There's nothing you can do, nothing they could do about it, because you gave it to them. You lent it to them. You gave them the keys to the vehicle. Okay. So once you give them the keys to the vehicle, it's in their possessions. Okay. So but that's not being deceitful. Okay. So me and my wife was taking this person to the emergency facility, and we have possessions of his keys. So because we brought him there in his truck. But see, this is where the two-sided law is coming into play. Is that whenever you give the keys to somebody, it's their vehicle. So whatever's in the vehicle is the person who's driving it. It's your possessions. So it just goes on and on. But my main concern is that we had possessions of the keys, and the nurses in the facility lied to my wife and stole the keys from us. Okay. Then they kicked us out of the facility. This is it. The Exceptional Healthcare Facility on 16th Street in Orange, Texas. Their address is 1321 16th Street, Orange, Texas. These nurses in there took it upon themselves to assume that I was drunk because they didn't like the way I was talking to the people, because my friend was literally bleeding out on the floor. But they I don't know how to upload pictures, but I got plenty of pictures to show of the blood and the stuff that they done. But I need the video system in there. So if anybody knows how to get that video system of the said day, the 24th of June when this happened, find out. I'd love to look at it. But anyway, I'm gonna get back to the store thing at hand. Um, so I went to the police department to file a charge against these people who stole the keys. Um, and like I said, the officer took my statement, but so I'm gonna read the statement that I gave. Uh, Statement of Edward Gonzalez of the incident that occurred Friday, June 24th of 2022, and Michelle Gonzalez and Tom Royston. On June 24, 2022, at approximately 5:31 p.m., I made contact with Mr. Tom Royston and asked if he had any drill bits and if he would bring them to my lot at 18682 Highway 62, Orange, Texas. He told me yes. I needed these tools because I had some thefts, people stealing catalytic converters off vehicles in my storage lot. I then hung up the phone and proceeded to install solar panel lights to my office building. I also had to fix the gate uh, at my storage yard. At approximately 6:30 p.m., Mr. Tom Royston arrived at my lot, and I didn't ask him if he had brought any beer. He told me that he told me to get in the truck and he would take me to the store to get some. We arrived at the store on the corner of Highway 62 and 105. He gave me $20. I then went into the store and purchased two 20-ounce bottles of Budweiser beer and two 16-ounce Michelob Ultralots beers for my wife. I then went outside where Tom was waiting, and I got in the truck and rode back to my lot. We returned to my lot, and I proceeded to finish installing the light to my building while I and Mr. Royston talked about something that happened at my daughter's house earlier in the day. I drank the beer we had purchased as I finished installing the first of the two security lights. Um, I was installing. When I started installing the first of the two security lights, excuse me, when I started installing the second light, I then opened the second beer and drank that while installing it. When I finished with the lights, I started to work on the gate that had fallen over. Mr. Royston started to help me with that. After I got through with that, we then walked to the front of my lot where we had our vehicles parked, and I and started talking. Then Mr. Royston noticed that he had cut his right foot. I looked down at his foot and noticed his foot and the outside of his shoe was covered in blood. He then took his shoe off and poured out his shoe out of it. Excuse me. He took his shoe off and blood poured out of it, and I saw pumping blood pumping out of his foot, and I made him get in the back seat of his truck and sit down. I then inspected his foot and found the source of the bleeding and told my wife, Michelle Gonzalez, to get some napkins out of the car so I can stop the bleeding from pouring out of his foot. I then asked my wife to get something I could use a tourniquet his wound. She handed me a Home Depot cloth tool belt, and I tied it to Mr. Royston's foot and stopped the bleeding. I then asked Mr. Royston to let me take him to the hospital, and he refused. So then I asked him to let me drive him, which he also refused. He stated he would be fine and he would drive himself home. He lost a lot of blood, and I was growing very concerned for him. He then told I then told him that I would follow him home. When we arrived at his house, I hurried out of my car and ran to his door and opened it to make sure he hadn't been started bleeding again. I looked down at his foot and the tourniquet was working. I saw no blood in his truck. So I proceeded to help him out of the truck, set him down on the bench outside of his house, and went inside to tell his wife what had happened, and asked for some bandages to get his foot to get to put on his foot. Then she then came outside and looked at his foot. Then Mr. Royston's asked me to go to the store and get him a bottle of whiskey. I and my wife left to get it for him. He was still not bleeding when I left. I went to the liquor store in Pinehurst, got the bottle, and went back to Mr. Royston's house. When I got back to Mr. Royston's house, he informed me that I got the wrong bottle. I asked me to go get him the correct one. So I then returned to the store and got him the right one. Upon arrival at Mr. Royston's house the second time with the right bottle, I witnessed Mr. Royston's walking around and blood had started pumping out of his wound again. I then demanded to take him to the hospital, and he agreed. Myself, my wife, and Mr. Royston left in Mr. Royston's truck, with myself driving. We went to the emergency clinic on 16th Street, next door to the Casey Pawn Shop. Then this is when things went very wrong. I got out of the truck and helped Mr. Royston out of the truck and walked him into the building. As we entered the building, I am trying to explain to the woman behind the counter what has been happening in the last 40 minutes. And she showed no concern and stated that he needed to fill out insurance forms and needed to see Mr. Royston's driver's license. I again informed her that he had been pumping out blood of his foot 40 minutes off and on, and she stated again that they have procedures to follow, and he needed to fill out the paperwork. They needed it first. And then I told her my wife is standing right there and that she could fill out the paperwork for him, and that Mr. Royston is a Vietnam veteran and that he has insurance, and that she needed to get someone immediately because he was bleeding out on the floor. I bent down, looked at his wound, and saw he was bleeding, that there was a puddle of blood forming under him, and I grabbed his foot to try to stop the bleeding. And then again, the woman handed Mr. Royston the clipboard. They made him sign the form before they would see him. I'm still holding his foot, and after he signed his name, two employees came out of the door with a wheelchair, and the look on their faces was a shock. Yeah. And I said, yes, he's been bleeding out for 40 minutes. Do something now. And then they told me to move out of the way, that they would have it under control. So I showed them where the wound was, and the heavy-set woman said she had it, but she would not holding the area where he was bleeding. So again, I told her where the wound was, where I was holding his foot, and she told me I did not have to have a mask on and that I needed to move back. I then told her not to give me that COVID shit, and I again told her to grab his ankle where the wound was, which she did not until I moved back. So I moved back and they took him back. I then asked if I could go back with him, and they informed me only family was allowed. That's it. I asked one time. Okay. And this is where Tom says, I, Tom Royce, agree 100% with everything stated in this previous statement of Mr. Gonzalez and all the events that occurred the evening of the incident that happened on the night of June 24, 2022. I also did not give anyone permission to take my keys from Mr. Gonzalez, the family, or for the Gonzalezes. They drove me there. I had no plans on them driving me back. It's a signed statement from me. Well, this is his signature. We typed it up. It's everything that was said and done there. There's his signature. I mean, what I understand is that whenever they wanted my statement to go with the case to the DA. I didn't want to give it to him unless I had it notarized. So I went and got it notarized, and now I didn't want to give it to him. But now they're saying because this letter right here, I filled it out, and the person who owned the truck signed it and says they didn't give nobody permission. They're saying that this is trash. This is no good. So this is nothing right here. So we're gonna put this to the side. I mean, I don't understand it. You know, if you give them a statement, it's a statement of truth. You know, but anyway, so we're gonna go on. I I just don't understand the two double sided law. They're saying, you know, that you know you can give somebody your keys to your vehicle, and they take it and never return it back. But yet somebody give me the keys to the vehicle and somebody tells a lie and steal it back from us, then it's okay. I mean that it don't make no sense. But I want to read the statements of the women who said what they said that I did. That way we can get that out of the way. And it's I got too much stuff. But I also gave them the police statement, which I read that off. Here it is. This is a affidavit that I had signed and notarized, and I gave it to them whenever I got some of my stuff from the lawyers, my FOIA, Freedom of Information stuff. They gave me the statements that the nurses said that I did. What they, I mean, it's on the body camera footage where they're writing it, but this is actually the statements that they said that I did. So, said you were called out due to a gentleman that was up here earlier that brought in a patient. He gave us issues. Then when I was asking the patient for ID and insurance, at that point, nurses came out to get patient. He was acting belligerent with them. He kept coming up to my desk trying to go to the back and was told no. I was then instructed to get the keys, to get the patient's keys from them. I told his partner that the asked for his keys. He never asked for his keys. The nurse then proceeded to tell them to leave. So after they stole the keys from us, after they lied to us, they stole the keys, and then they kicked us out. That's what they did. To tell them to leave, they showed back up, and the man put his head in the door and said to me, "You lied. I'm going to get you." I then came to the back and told the staff what he did, what he did due to the feeling very uncomfortable till the cops showed up. Wow. I never said I'm going to get you. I don't talk like that, because if I said that, I already got you. You know, that's just a fact. But I said I got you. I'm a repo company. What I done is that after I got there and found out that they stole the keys and they kicked us out, I went to the door. I opened it up. I didn't stuck my head in there. I just stuck my head to the door and just said, "You're a lying fucking bitch. Don't worry about it. I got you. You know, I got you. I didn't say I'm gonna get you. You know." So that's what I said. And then I shut the door. Then I walked to the back of the facility. And like I said, I'm a repo company, and I know how to look for people's vehicles or find out who I need to look for. So I walked to the back of the facility, and I took pictures of all the license plates. I didn't break any laws. I did that. And then after that, and I walked, I guess the nurses, everybody come out the facility, side door, emergency care area. And they started talking to my wife and Mr. Tom about what happened and why we were back back. We was there to get my wife's purse and her guns out of that truck. But if I'd have told them we had guns in there, we probably would have got shot. You know, I probably wouldn't. I probably wouldn't be talking to you right now. But what I'm trying to say is that that's all I did. I didn't scream or holler at nobody. Whenever I come back through, they had like at least 6 people standing outside screaming at my wife, asking why we're back. But we're back because we left the they wouldn't let us get the person and the keys out of the vehicle, out of his vehicle that what we bought out. We had possessions of, period. So anyway, this is that one statement that this woman lied. So that's what I gave to the cops. Told them, say, hey, this is their confession statement. They wrote it. They confess. I was instructed to get the patient's vehicle keys from them. So I told his partner that the gentleman asked for his keys. He never asked. Okay. Now this is the other one. This is the one that is talking to Captain Longlot Lois, and what have you. So this is her confession. Yeah. So at 24 hours on 6/24/2022, a 68-year-old male presented to this facility with an injury of uncontrolled bleeding. Damn, uncontrolled bleeding. The above male had a companion that was agitated, screaming at the staff to hurry. Damn, I don't know. That kind of makes sense whenever you got uncontrolled bleeding and you need to hurry to assist them. So anyway, upon the above male being placed in a wheelchair, his companion would not release the patient's injured foot as instructed and became increasingly verbally combative and abusively loudly cursing us to fucking do something. So I don't know what kind of mercy care facility this place is right here, but I don't want to go there. I've been hearing a lot of bad things about this place. Somebody told me they brought a little boy over there and he was unresponsive, and they didn't know what to do, and they turned him away. He didn't have insurance, so luckily the other facility checked him out and helped him come back too, because he didn't know who his daddy was. So yeah, I don't want to go there. So this is the facility that you don't want to go. So let's finish her statement. Cursing us to fucking do something. Companion was instructed to move away, but he continued to refuse. After the 4th command to move away, he then demanded to accompany patient to the back. I never demanded nothing. I asked. She refused. I'm good with that. So he was instructed to remain in the lobby. I did. Whenever I sat in the lobby, me and my wife sat across each other. I was sitting by the window, and with the doors facing, if I'm looking at the door, I can see the door. So I'm looking right here, and all of a sudden I remember I drove his truck up there. I had his keys in my pocket. I ran from my chair to the truck. I went through the door, unlocked the truck, grabbed his cell phone, come back inside. I handed my wife the keys to the truck after I locked it. I said, "Here, baby, hold these." And I went to the counter of the facility, and I spoke to the first statement woman, and I asked her to give the phone to Mr. Tom. I asked her. I was nice. And she said, "Oh, yes, sir, I sure will." And she got up and she left. And whenever she left, she walked away. And I called the phone, and he answered. And he said, "Hey, Eddie, they're supposed to start an IV on me. I'll call you back, brother. I'm good." And I was good with that. Well, once I sat back down, I was good. Well, then, but that's how my wife had possessions of the keys. So, I mean, that we still had possessions of the keys, but here we go. So this companion, due to angry demands and failure to follow instructions made me feel threatened for my personal safety and that of my patient. He also delayed patients' care and distracted staff from all something staff affection from the patient with uncontrolled bleeding, uncontrolled bleeding. So they're saying that because they couldn't get to him fast enough, it's my fault. Yeah, I don't understand the concept of that. So she's stating that he also delayed patient's care and distracted staff uh, from the patient with controlled bleeding. When I'm stating that grab his ankle where it's bleeding at, and she didn't want to do that because I didn't have a mask on. But yet you see in the where she's behind the counter and she ain't got no mask on, but you got to wear a mask, you know. So later, Jenna obtained the patient's vehicle keys from the companion's spouse because the patient and his companion had been drinking. See next page. Okay. Continue from previous page. We also asked the companion and his spouse to leave. After they stole the keys from us, they demanded us to leave. From observing the security cameras, they obtained transportation from a patient. A patient gave us a ride because they took his cell phone from him and they turned it off from the patient who owned the truck. Well, actually, we had possessions of the truck, but they took them from him. They took a cell phone from him and turned his cell phone off. Okay. But this other patient says that from observing the security camera, so they observed the security camera, so they do have security cameras. So don't tell me they don't. It says it right here. They obtained transportation from a patient that had been discharged. Upon discharge of the patient's daughter provided, it was a stepdaughter, transport home. It was noted that the companion and spouse returned in their vehicle and was taking photos with his cell phone. This companion was confronted, instructed to leave. Jenna asked the companion his name, and he responded, Eddie Gonzalez. Never lied, never said nothing different, but that's what I said. You know, Mr. Gonzalez confirmed to verbally threaten me, and Orange Police Department notified. Okay, that's that one. You know, so this is it. This is her statement, but we have a continue statement. So that one is there, and this is the woman that's the same woman who stated that. Stated this: Eddie Gonzalez was using threatening, abusive, vulgar language that was offensive and made me fearful of my personal safety, as well as that of my patient. Mr. Gonzalez interfered with our with care and of the patient by refusing instructions to let go of the patient. He refused to let go of the patient, delaying medical intervention such as controlling the bleeding. I wish to pursue charges. So this woman that talks to the captain, that the captain is feeding her information. If you look at the body camera footage, oh, was he this or was he that? I mean, all that, but yet they stole the keys from me and my wife, and then they kicked us out of this emergency care facility. But I'm the person with the broken arm, which my charges were refused by the district attorney, which I only had one charge, was resisting arrest. So I never seen a judge. The DA refused my case, so I have no charge there. So I mean I don't understand what they're trying trying to say that, you know, that's just their signs, statements, and confessions. But if you look at the body camera footage, it's a crazy thing that I showed the police department this camera footage right here. Like I said, if you go to my all my body camera footage, I got everything. It's all I can do is look for it. Let's see, where's it at? Sorry, y'all. Here's just a smidgen part of it where this woman's confessing.
They did, and he's claiming his shoulder's dislocated. He got kind of.
I don't know if y'all can see that or not.
Ambulance is coming to evaluate his shoulder, but he's handcuffed, standing straight. His shoulders are level, and he's not complaining in pain, so his shoulders aren't dislocated.
Oh, that's a doctor. He's a doctor.
I understand. Yeah. Did he make any specific threats?
He said he poked his head in and pointed at Jenna. I'm going to get you. You lied to me.
Okay.
Because we asked for the keys and got the keys of the patient's vehicle. They are not the legal owners of that vehicle.
They're not either.
Were those actions disruptive to your ability to treat patients and the job y'all were supposed to do here?
Well, yeah. When he came in and he said, started cursing me out, saying you fucking, this, that, and
Never
that.
said it.
Like, it does. It takes away the focus from the patient.
Sure.
So we would not let him come back here.
Sure.
Because he kept demanding
No, it
to
did
come
not.
back here.
Okay, so he's using curse words and those sorts of things.
Yes, he's badgering, verbally abusive, and he was definitely not coming back here with that attitude. He made me fear for my safety. I told him to back up.
Yeah.
Because he was holding the patient's leg, He says, well, I'm holding it. I said, I can do that. Back up. I want to get out of my bubble and not within reach.
Okay.
Because I fear for my safety.
I understand. It's tough gig.
All I have here is my I'm a 58-year-old woman, and I don't fight like I used to.
I work with it.
Yeah. So that's part of that video right there, where she's admitting that she stole the keys from us, and I showed that to Orange Police Department. And the apparently we got a 2-tier law system where if you give the keys to individual, they take it and they never bring it back, there's nothing you can do about it unless you hire a constable to go retrieve it from them, or a repo company such as myself, to go get it from them. But hey, I'm trying to figure this 2-tier law out that's going on. But I also stated that they also had another statement.
So I want to know what they said I did.
That I don't have yet, because
the other
whenever I went to talk to Captain or Major Wade, so this is another statement that he's supposed to read.
He obtained written statements about the incident that occurred the day prior. The day prior, I spoke to the victim. I'm not going to put
That's another victim.
Who stated that when Edward had entered the business, he began using threatening, abusive, vulgar language that caused her to become offended.
She was offended.
She stated Edward never made physical contact with her or any other employees. He stated that he never made any specific threats.
Never.
And seemed to know what to say or not to say.
I know the law.
That's a generalization.
Right.
Of that right there.
Her phone.
She continued to say that you would not follow medical staff instructions and made it difficult for them to treat the patient.
Right.
She signed the statement. So then you got another officer that was there.
Yeah. So that statement right there, I don't have. I got like a copy from the police department where they made a copy of a copy. So whatever it was in his report, but it like he just stated that it wasn't signed. So I don't know if they haven't gave me that statement yet. Also, I just wanted to point out about this other thing right here. You have to go do all the research in my videos to know all the laws that they broke. But let's see, I got one more I like to share, and then I want to read off my injuries for the fact that people probably don't believe that I am injured or what have you. But it's I'm just an honest person, probably too honest most of the times. Let's see, trying to find, I got one where where's it at? I'm not too tech savvy, y'all. I'm sorry. I see a lot of comments, Christopher French. Yeah, even to say, if I'll get you. I didn't say I'll get you. I said I got you. Got. It's the difference. You have to know terminology. There's a Supreme case ruling swearing it's not chargeable crime. It's a form of expression to describe an emotion like urgency. Yes, I know. Breaking the flow of continuous evidence. Don't give up the fight, brother. I won't. Those are opinions. I know everybody has an opinion. They're like assholes. Everybody's got one. But did you get any names and badge numbers? Oh, I got everything. I'm not sure if y'all see my body camera footage, but I mean it's all on there. I probably got 30 something big videos. I mean, I'm hoping everybody checks them out and hopefully do what I do. Just continue on. I'm not, like I said, I don't hold no hate in my heart. I've been through so much crap and what have you. But I wish I could find this one particular video that I had where she stated in the conversations that they have I think it's right here. Yeah, here it is. Gotcha. I think maybe. Shoot. Yeah, this is it right here. So they stated on their statement that they looked at the video on their statement. They said that. Okay. Well, Orange Police Department or the Detective Division can't go get that video, but they seen it. I mean, apparently they viewed the video.
I mean, this is when the man first appears.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm like, stand back, sir. He would not release the patient. And he's cursing me out. I said, sir, get back.
Okay.
And he's steadily, mouthing off at me.
Yes, ma'am.
And I said, sir, back up.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
And I took over holding it, and he kept demanding to come back and see the patient. I'm not letting him back here.
Yes, ma'am.
Not when somebody's being verbally abusive to me right off the bat.
Yes,
We haven't
ma'am.
even exchanged pleasantries.
Pleasantries.
Well, just, for charges on him, it's just important that you use like the exact words he used, if you can remember.
Exactly.
And also,
Remember, fuck you.
yeah.
Never said it.
Feel free to write that. Also put how you felt. Like if you felt like he was going to harm you. Yeah. If you feel that, put that in your statement. And also, if he did direct your care away from other patients and cause a disturbance so much that you couldn't attend to other people, put that in there too as well,
Okay.
because that could result in other charges. Yes, ma'am.
More charges. If y'all go back to the videos and look at all of them, it's crazy.
And we've got video too. I mean, they
Awesome.
should pull the video where he popped back in after they left.
Yes, ma'am.
There was
They
no
got
reason for him
video.
to come back.
Yes, ma'am.
Orange
Because
Police
another
Department
patient
or
didn't
Detective
arrive
Division don't want to go
right,
get the
and he
video.
don't need to come back.
I understand. Yes, ma'am.
And then she turns around and tells me, this was your fault.
Oh, man.
You left me without a way home. I said,
They kicked us out.
oh, well, but you didn't have to come back.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Yeah, this is what they
I
did.
don't know why they felt the need for that. Well, we're getting on criminal trespasses. He's had charges.
We had two unattained firearms in that truck that they had keys to. We had to leave to go get her car to come back to get the keys to the truck and the property in
I
there.
just need you to sign right here.
Y'all need to fucking do something while he won't let go.
Yes, ma'am.
Right, you wouldn't even let me get the gentleman's ID or insurance. I can't even get my issues. Like, I have to
I can
have
understand
this is
that.
our policy.
Yes, ma'am.
He was literally
I mean, unless
bleeding out.
somebody is not breathing, you
Yes,
know,
ma'am.
no pulse. There is no reason for us not to collect their information.
100%.
He takes blood thinners, neuropathy,
Now,
heart
he
problems.
all of our life.
Yes, ma'am.
Wait,
And,
finish.
yes, ma'am. Do you need a pen? Oh, you got one. Okay.
But if y'all go back to all my body camera footage, and just view the stuff that they said, and I just read their statements. So what they said that I did, and I mean, it boggles my mind that these people are just like getting away with this stuff, and the cops are letting them. They're not going to file charges against the women who stole the keys and they kicked us out and they caused all this injury to me. Okay. If they would have never stole the keys to the vehicle, I'd have brought Mr. Tom home. I'd have got my car, would have been done. You know, simple as that. But they took the law in their own hands. They stole the keys from me and my wife, and then they kicked us out of this emergency care facility. I don't understand the thing of it. But baby, can you give me my pictures right there? But I want to. I told everybody it was August 22nd, 2022. I know y'all seen my video where I went to file charges against the officers who did this. This is my signed notarized copy of my Orange police report. This is what I'm filing. I filed a complaint against them. That's a Orange Police Department formal record of complaint, incident of details 8/22 of 22. Edward Gonzalez, 52 6/16/70, Hispanic male. I'm Hispanic. They keep on telling me I'm a white. Hopefully they get the stuff right. So that's all my information. Were you charged with an offense in this incident? Yes, I was charged. I was charged for resisting arrest. That was my one and only charge. It's this is some biblical stuff here, but that's actually my thing they gave me whenever I got what do you call it, bonded, not bonded, but a bail set. So says charges filed. Yes, resisting arrest. I guess they filed the charge then, and then the charge were dropped by the 7/25/22. What type of complaint are you filing? Check all that apply. I filed a service complaint, a rudeness complaint, excessive force complaint, inappropriate conduct complaint, racial offense complaint. I probably should have did other, but I mean, I'm doing a lot against Officer AJ Grantham and Officer P. McDonald. I'm probably going to go ahead and file some more complaints against other officers. If y'all can think of any, just go to my body camera footage and just message me. I'll go file it. I don't give a I don't care. I'm pretty much done. But this is my statement of affidavit. They want me to fill all that out. I didn't. I already had my statement done. That's what they've been begging for, but they never got. But this is where I gave it to them. Y'all heard the first beginning of the statement, what me and Tom did at the shop, how he became injured and how I got him to the hospital. This is my statement from whenever I guess we left. We was leaving. We was walking to the car. Okay. This is where the cops did what they did. I appreciate you, Christopher. Y'all be safe. Ransom. Yeah. I hope I don't get no ransom. But I'm gonna read this. This is my statement that I gave to the Major Wade Robinson, I guess. I said, we walked to my car. I got in the passenger side of my wife's. Excuse me. We walked to my car. I got in the passenger side, and my wife on the driver's side. My wife started the car, and I looked to my right, and I seen a police car entering the parking lot with no lights on. They pulled up behind my car. I opened the door and started to step out, and my wife told me not to get out of the car. So I closed the door, and I waited for the officers to walk to the car. An officer got out and approached the driver's side, and my wife rolled down the window, and I leaned forward and tried to speak to the officers, telling him to come talk to me on my side of the vehicle. He then asked me in a screaming voice if I had an attitude, that he needed to see my driver's license and my wife's driver's license. I then asked him what crimes have I committed and why he needed to see my license. He told me that he wanted to do a warrant check for any warrants. I then told him that that was not a legitimate reason to give him my license. I then sat back and locked my door. My wife then gave the officers her driver's license and began speaking to the officer and letting him know what was going on. He did not respond to her. She was in the driver's seat. The officer then asked my wife to unlock the door, and she responded saying, "No, sir." She was not going to unlock the door. The officer then reached his hand in her window and hit the unlock button on her door. At the same time, my door flung open, and I was grabbed by another officer on my right bicep and dragged out of my car. I was being dragged out of my car, and I heard officers saying, "Get him on the ground." I went with the movement and did not resist. When my left foot made contact with the ground, the officers moved me towards my car. Then two officers pinned me to the passenger side of my car. Then they pushed me to the trunk area and pinned me down. One officer had my right arm and the other had my left. That's when I heard my left elbow crack 4 times. I yelled, "Y'all just broke my arm. Y'all just broke my fucking arm." The officer on the left of me released my arm. Then the officer on the right cuffed it, and someone grabbed my broken left arm and cuffed it. All this time I kept screaming, "Y'all broke my arm. Y'all broke the law. Y'all broke my arm." Now I am in strength with a broken arm and in pain. Then the officer asked me while I was pinned to my car if I had any weapons on me. I responded, "Yes, I have a knife in my front right pocket and a knife in my left pocket, my left front pocket." They then removed them and turned me to my right side facing 16th Street. I looked down and noticed a body camera laying on the ground and told the officer someone had dropped a body camera and they need to pick it up. And I hope to God it was on. When the officer bent down to retrieve it, I repeated that they just broke the law and that I hope one of them had their body cameras on. I was then told that yes, they were all on. I then continued to tell them they broke my arm and that I needed to go to the hospital. Then the officer told me they did not break my arm. So this is my statement that I gave to the police department in regards to my formal complaint. So, and this was a piece of my statement that I wrote 3 days after I got out of jail for resisting arrest. Let's see. There's one more, Christopher. Ransom, good luck. I don't need luck, brother. I got God. I did write a statement of fact. I want over September 26th. I requested all disciplinary and complaint records on the following officers of the Orange City Police Department and from their employee with the city of department till current. Officer Patrick McDonald, Officer Anthony Graham, Captain William Longlois, Officer Leslie Lovelace, Officer Shelby Mulholland, and Detective Jinx. I requested all that, and then I get a letter from their attorney stating that I can't have it. So they had to send it to the to this attorney general to see if I can have that in regards to my FOIA. But this right here, I'd really love to read. this was actually my first FOIA. I submitted August 8th to Orange County. Well, I gave it to everybody. I don't know if y'all seen that video where I gave it to everybody. But this happened August 8th, 2022. This is what I sent. I gave it to the sheriff's department. I gave it to the police department. I gave it to the records department. I gave it to Detective Jinx. I gave it to everybody. So there was no, that conversation you heard me on that I just posted with the city manager. This is the one I gave to everybody, and I ain't got a tenth of what I'm supposed to have off this thing that I asked for it, and this was August 8th. So I'm gonna read that. I don't know who else is gonna be listening, but I'm thankful y'all there. If y'all not, bless you anyway. This is FOIA, which this is my first one. I never knew how to do it, so I did it. But they didn't know what was going on, so I let's see.
Not all we do.
So I didn't know how to do them at first, but I'm learning. Everybody's got to learn. FOIA, Freedom of Information Act, policy 1602.3, policy 1602.4, records published in the Federal Registered 5 USC 52552 A2 1602 B. Request of Edward Lee Gonzalez's at the following Orange County of Orange, Texas. Records Department, Medical Center in the state of Texas, and Port Arthur, Texas. The Office of District Attorney is located at 801 West Division, Orange, Texas. Orange Police, Texas Police Department, Detective Division, 201 8th Street, Orange, Texas. Orange County Courthouse, located at 801 West Division, Orange, Texas. Records Department, Medical Center, Southeast Texas, located at 255 Jimmy Johnson Boulevard, Texas. And this is what I requested. Need all statements from exceptional healthcare employees. They're on the night of June 24th, 25, June 24th and the 25th, 2022, from approximately 9 p.m. to 8 a.m. located at 1321 North 16th Street, Orange, Texas. That's my first one. Second one, need all camera footage inside a waiting office and outside of sub-facility on the night of June 24th, 25th of 2022 from 9 p.m. till 12 a.m. from exceptional healthcare facility located at 1321 North 16th Street, Orange, Texas. I want to, this is third thing. If I was denied care from an exceptional healthcare facility, and by whom? They never denied me. I asked for recordings of all calls to the Orange Police Department dispatch from Exceptional Healthcare located at 1321 North 16th Street, Orange, Texas from approximately 11 p.m. on June 24th, 22. So I requested all conversations between those Exceptional Healthcare to the police department, and I was notified by the lawyers. There's no such recordings. So apparently there's no calls that are being called or recorded during dispatch. If you have an emergency care, something happens, and apparently there's no recordings in that. Okay, so I'm learning stuff. So what type of monies have we been spending on recordings and electronics and stuff to update their stuff in the facility, and they can't record calls? I don't understand that. So we're gonna get a little bit farther down in that. Need the statements of the Acadian ambulance driver named Mike, who stated I, Edward Lee Gonzalez, refused service and who signed my name. As y'all see in the videos, somebody signed my name. Well, that was Officer Grantham that signed the notepad. So I know who did that. All body camera footage of all officers of said time arrived on scene. Orange, Texas, Exceptional Healthcare. By name as follows: Officer A.J. Grantham, full body camera footage. Officer P. P. McDonald, full body camera footage. Captain Longlois, full body camera footage. Officer Lovelace, full body camera footage. Officer S.J. Mulholland, full body camera footage. So I got all that, but you can see that. So that was that, and then this is the second page. I'll show all the pages whenever I get done. I asked for recordings of vehicle footage inside the police cruiser I rode in, to and from with Officer Grantham to the hospital, Medical Center of Southeast Texas, and located at 255 Jimmy Johnson, Port Arthur, Texas. I never received that footage. Never got it. So that's the only footage that I don't have, and I specifically said it and stated it in my FOIA. So I didn't never get that. This is another one. Audio and video from the emergency entrance and exit of hospital Medical Center of Southeast Texas, located at Jimmy Johnson. So I don't have that yet, but I'll get that later. Audio and video of jail intake, June 24th, 2025, or June 24th and 25th of 2022, approximately 12 a.m. to 3:30 p.m., which I had to go talk to her the other day, and it cost too much money for me to get that footage. Apparently they don't want to give it to me. So I canceled just that particular spot, that one thing. Also, I need all video and audio of myself, Edward Lee Gonzalez, entering and exiting the Orange Police Department, located at 201 North 8th Street, Orange, Texas, downstairs and upstairs and inside of July 11th, 2022, to speaking with the Records Department and Detective Ward upstairs, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. See, I've sent a video. Detective Ward was talking to me. That was July 11th that I was right there, and I was telling him what happened. Well, you can see in the video that whenever at the end, very end, he cut my video off, which I was explaining. There's more to the story at that era, but they have a technology to cut your video off if you have video that you're playing or what have you, and they don't want you to record. So they have that technology. So I asked for that, but they said that they don't record inside there. They have no type of recording. So you have cameras all up there, but they don't record nothing. So I don't know what they got them there for. They just for looks. Let's see. Audio and video of myself, Edward Gonzalez, entering and exiting Orange Police Department and entering the investigation room with Captain Ashworth on July 12th, 2022. See, I don't have that video. I trusted people, and I didn't record that particular incident. So I would love to get that video from them, but they said it doesn't exist because they didn't record. I was inside of an evidence type. I mean, the high dollar rooms that they praise. They got a plaque on the wall that says, "Oh, they're nice cameras, but they don't record nothing." Okay, so that was July 12th. Need all calls from to and from all persons that have contacted me from the police Orange Police Department as follows: an audio and video of the day I spoke to Detective Ward on July 28th, approximately 10:10 a.m. So apparently they don't have no call or recorded calls between them and me, because they're saying it doesn't exist. All recordings of vehicle camera systems of July 24th and 25th from 9 a.m. to 12 a.m. Okay. There's another one, 7/11/22, 1:27 p.m. Detective Ward video footage at the police station for approximately 8 minutes in duration. So I went in there and spoke to Detective Ward. 7/12, 8:46 a.m. Detective Jinks recording of the phone conversation for approximately 2 minutes in duration. This is, I'm giving conversations that we had, but they don't give me they said that they don't have recordings in there. So anyway, 7/12/22, 9:58 a.m. Detective Jinks recording of a phone conversation from his wife's number. 409-221-9329 for approximately 8 minutes in duration. So apparently he called me from his wife's cell phone because Orange County didn't have no landlines because I just called him not even 2 minutes earlier, but he called me from his wife's cell phone because the line is not recorded, and I couldn't record on my phone because they got the technology to delete your stuff if you needed to delete it. So I didn't get that conversation, so I'm gonna have to subpoena it. Yeah. So 7/12/22, Captain Longlois recording a phone conversation when I called at 10:10 p.m. and left a message, and he called back at 10:41 p.m. for approximately 10 minutes in duration. Never got that. Never, don't exist. 7/15/22, 9:49 a.m. Detective Jinx recording of the phone conversation for approximately 21 minutes in duration. Don't have that. He called me on the landlines. Don't have it. 7/18/22, 1:59 p.m. Video footage of me requesting case files for 1993 at the Department of Records at police station, approximately 16 minutes in duration. Don't have that because they don't have cameras inside there. At 7/18/22, 2:35 p.m., Captain Ashworth video footage of conversation at the police department. I think I posted that one. 7/18/22, 7:45, Captain Longlois video of footage in police station lobby for approximately 5 minutes in duration. I posted that one. They ain't got that one. They got it now. 7/18/22, 3:06 p.m. District Attorney Secretary at Orange County Courthouse video footage approximately 8 minutes in duration. I'm still working on that one, I guess. They don't have it. 7/19/22, 8:32 a.m. Major Wade Robinson's recording of phone conversations for approximately 1 minute in duration. Again, I guess Orange County doesn't record any calls over there at their police station because that's what they're telling me and my lawyer stuff that they sent me, that the lawyer sent me. 7/19/22, 9:33 a.m. Major Wade Robinson's recording of phone conversations for approximately 14 minutes in duration. Guess it doesn't exist because they don't have it because they haven't gave it to me. 7/19/22, 9:45 a.m. Major Wade Robinson's recording of phone conversations for approximately 7 minutes in duration. Guess they don't have that either. 7/20/22, 8 a.m. Detective Jinx recording of phone conversations. Never got it. 7/20/22, 9:45 a.m. Detective Jinx recording of phone conversation for approximately 3 minutes in durations. Never got it. 7/22/22, 4:30 p.m. District Attorney Secretary Courthouse video footage of approximately 10 minutes in duration. Never got it. 7/22 or 7/26/22. 10:05 a.m. District Attorney Secretary and Court Administration at the courthouse, first and third floor video footage for approximately 25 minutes in duration. Never got it. The 7/26/22, 10:11 a.m. Felony Records Department and Orange County Courthouse video footage for approximately 6 minutes in duration. Never got it. 7/26/22, 11:06 a.m. Major Robinson's at Police Department video footage for approximately 60 minutes in duration. Never got it. 7/28/22, 11:05 a.m. Major Wade Robinson's at Orange Police video footage for approximately 1 hour and 10 minutes in duration. Never got it. So I'm gonna do this in sequence so y'all see it. But this is the stuff that I've been dealing with. A lot of people probably just give up. I ain't that people. That's August 8th. That's whenever we filed this first thing, and I haven't received any of this stuff except for my body camera footage, except for me being in the backseat of the car. But this is the corruption that I'm going through over here in this area. So if y'all looking and listening, I mean, the law taught me the law, so I know the law, but I'm not up to speed with their law. So I'm not as educated as some people are, but I'm trying. I'm fighting this fight a lot, but I'm not going to give up. Never going to give in. There's a lot of stuff I got a lot more stuff. So if y'all stick around, if y'all do, y'all do. If y'all don't, no. Thank you, Christopher Finch. Like I said, prayers for all. Hopefully they'll see the light, because I'm going to show them. God bless y'all.